could I get someone else to help me? Come on, come on. Okay. And for your public, your name is?
Rose.
Rose. Okay, Rose, what I'd like you to do is, okay, first of all, I have a watch. This watch actually is an Elgin watch from 1887. It actually is a legitimate 1887 watch, made in 1887. I find it very hard to find a watch these days that we make that is still running over 120 years later, or anything we make today that would be around 120 years from now. But this is actually an Elgin watch. The unique thing about this Elgin watch, this 15-jewel Elgin watch, is that it was once owned by a gentleman by the name of Aleister Crowley. Does anybody know who Aleister Crowley is, class? Yes.
No.
Well, okay, Aleister Crowley.
I don't know who
Aleister Crowley, first of all, let's look at academically. He was considered the 73rd most influential Briton of the 20th century, which is kind of odd when you think about it. But he was also known as a magician, an occultist, a spiritualist. He wrote several books on the subject. Some are quite frightful for some people to read, on like black magic and all those things. But he actually, he had a watch collection, and this is one of the watches out of his collection. Along with the certificate of authenticity that I got when I won the auction to get this particular watch from the estate, I also received a photograph, which is in this envelope, of Aleister Crowley. For the longest while, I didn't really understand what it was all about. It took me a while to figure it all out. But nonetheless, I eventually figured it out, and that's what we're going to do with you. Everything good?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do first of all is I'm going to ask you to cup your hands around the watch. And he would actually use this watch to assist him in his experiments of mesmerism and subconscious inductions. So if you just cup it's attached, so don't worry, you can't go home with it. Okay, so basically what I want you to do is when you hold this, now, he used this watch basically to balance the subconscious mind, so be more open to ideas. All right, sounds spooky already, right? Now when you're holding it, you may feel, actually you may not feel anything, but most people do feel a slight sensation of some sorts.
So no, it stops ticking when I squeeze it too hard. Should I stop squeezing it?
It shouldn't stop ticking. It won't stop ticking. You just can't hear it. Trust me. 15 joules and going strong after 120 solid years. You might feel something, most people do, but tell me when it stops if you feel something.
I'm feeling something.
Okay, you're feeling something? Okay, good. That worked. Okay, just get you to let go of it now. So this is the Aleister Crowley watch. This is very integral into what we've just done here. Now, the next thing is we have the photograph here. But in order for you to understand how this all plays about, what I'm going to ask you to do is in your mind, in your subconscious, I want you to think of one playing card out of 52. But if I just asked you to do that, that would be so easy. She'd just say one card, one chance of getting it right? 51 chances of getting it incorrect, and that would be that. No challenge, right? How challenging is that? Instead, I want you to build this in your mind, in your subconscious mind. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions. You're going to get 4 chances of getting it wrong, and still 1 chance of getting it right, okay?
Do you figure out what I'm thinking?
Yeah, but I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
You're going to build this card, this playing card.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to ask you what I call an elimination question. Elimination question. Red or black?
Red.
Red. Okay, so we've eliminated red. Now we're down to the...
Oh, no, sorry, then black.
You can't change your mind. You can't. Oh, you want to go with black?
Yes. I want to get rid of black.
You want to get rid of black?
You said eliminate.
No, but you already gave me red.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. No worries.
Okay.
So you want to get rid of black.
Correct.
You wouldn't want black.
No.
Okay. So that's the one that you're sort of pushing away
Correct.
in your mind. Right?
Right.
So that's the one you want to push away?
To trick you?
Are you
or
sure?
To tell you what I
No,
know?
I don't want you to trick me. There's no trick here. Are you sure that's the one you want to push away?
Correct, yes.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So it's funny that she picked that color. Because in thinking that color black, that she was sort of pushed away from it. And remember, we started a thing starting with death, which is one of the most strongest emotions. And I can't help but feel that that's sort of been carried over here.
Oh.
Because black is associated with death. And that's funny that you said, well, no, and then, okay? So on that theme, because somehow they feel that this black thing has been put in your mind, believe it or not,
Okay.
from the previous thing. But that's okay. So what we'll do is, okay, so you've chosen red, but you've left black out there, right?
Yes.
That's correct. Okay, so leaving black out there, let's work on this. You've left black out there. Now, what I want you to do is in the black set that you've left out there, there are clubs and there are, what, spades.
Correct.
I want you to tell me, clubs or spades?
From the card I chose?
No, from the black, you've
Oh,
left the
spades.
black out there, right? So spades, right? So spades is it. So you're keeping the reds with you.
Correct.
But the ones you're putting out there now are the black ones.
Correct.
Okay. So you're choosing black spades. Now, you've got two piles in front of you. There are the number or spot cards, as some people call them, and they're the face or court cards,
Okay.
right? You can tell I play with the cards. So I want you to slide one of them towards me.
Either a face or a number?
Either the stack that has the face cards or the number cards.
Okay.
Okay, what did you slide towards me?
Numbers?
You slide the numbers, so you're hanging on to...
No, then I'm hanging on to the numbers. Which one am I giving you?
Which you're sliding them over to me.
Which means I'm getting rid of it?
Whatever you're sliding over, what are you sliding? What are you hanging on to?
Numbers.
You're hanging on to numbers. Okay. So basically what we're doing is, okay, she hung on to the reds, she hung on to the numbers. So she's keeping them for herself. So the ones that she slid over to me are, okay, we got black cards, we got the spades, and you slid over the court cards, correct?
Correct.
Which is that, Jack, Queen, King, right?
Correct.
Correct. Now, what I want you to do is with the Jack, Queen, King, okay, this is very, very important. Listen very carefully. I want you to pick one of them up and give it to me.
That-
Jack, Queen, or King?
From the spades.
Yes. Give me, what are you going to give me? Jack, Queen, or King?
The queen.
Okay. So now so you've given me, right, the Queen of Spades.
Correct.
So we've gone through 4 choices. And she's keeping these to herself, but the one she's given to me, right, the one she's thinking of giving to me are those. So it's the Queen of Spades, right?
Correct.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so what I have here is I have an envelope, right, sealed,
All right.
right? Open up the envelope. It's terrible. I need bifocals, you know that.
I can open it.
Can you open it here? There we go. Okay. Do this. So in here, I have a photograph of Aleister Crowley. That was right. Photo of Aleister Crowley. There he is, Aleister Crowley himself. Now, what you've done is, you thought of giving me spades, black cards, you built it all. Was there any particular reason that you sort of thought in advance that you were going to give these to me, or before you came up with
Because I'm holding on to the one I chose.
Okay, but you're keeping those.
Yeah.
Correct.
But we're talking about the ones you gave me at this point.
Okay.
Okay? Because I'm talking about what you're giving me.
Okay.
So what you thought to give me, if you look at the picture of Aleister Crowley,
Mm-hmm.
right, very carefully,
Yes.
remember that, okay, what you thought to give me, what does it say?
She'll shank the Queen of Spades.
So she thought to give me the Queen of Spades.
Good.
That's cool, man.
And she kept those to herself, but she gave that away, and that's what she thought to give me. Give her a big
That
hand.
is incredible.
Out of 52.
Okay.
Did you get it?